It's the new year, and it's almost over, isn't it?
TLT, you mean?
Yes. What? Don't you? Do you mean?
Yes, it is almost over.
Well, what do you mean? My status in Pokemon Showdown? It's already over. Damn it. Anyway, hey everyone, this is McCoy welcoming you back to another episode of the TLT podcast. I'm joined by
PokeArt 2004.
not PokeAir 2023. When are you changing that?
I'm not changing it.
say hello to next year, I guess.
Besides, I have all. Why change it?
Last time we discussed round 7 recap and round 8 predictions. Today we're going to discuss round 8 recap, which we only have the 2 focusing on the Elite 4. And then we're going to discuss round 9, which is the losers finals, and presumably the winners finals as well. We'll give our predicts on both. But you'll see what I mean. So, the winners bracket and the losers bracket happened, with the losers bracket actually extending to this week. And we have 1 player eliminated and the 3 remaining, all fighting for a spot at Glory. Who will become the TLT champions of 2022/2023? TLT 6. So let's review them now. First off is the winners bracket between Door Money and Sice 15. This one, we caught this game live, and it was a 5-game series filled with intense twists, turns, and plot twists galore, and maybe even redemption arcs. Who knows?
Hey, you're treating this like an anime.
I treat every full game series like an anime. I mean, come on. It's the shonen everyone loves. Okay? It's the shonen final fight.
I don't know how to reply to that.
LC was first off. The LC game started off, and it was pretty interesting. Door Money brought Sandygast, which was a pretty unique bring. I don't
think I've ever seen anyone bring that.
I mean, it's pretty effective. I mean, being ghost ground, being resistant to electric, and also hazards really helps. Not resistant.
Yeah, but how many times do you actually see an electric type in this meta?
I mean, there's Pichu. I don't know.
The most you have is non-stab electric type moves. I don't think a ground type is so necessary all the time.
I mean, there's also the threat of Pawniard, but it's even weak to it. But this was a fairly short game of LC, though, which saw Sice lose a lot of momentum early by getting hazard stacked for once, missing the Fire Blast with the coughing, Trapinch just essentially being dissected, first removing the Eviolite from it, and then Natu taking care of it with Psychic.
Correction, coughing stole with Eviolite.
Via Thief. And Pain Split also counts. So yeah, that was uneventful. Yeah, I mean, we expected Door Money to win LC. So Ubers was next, and this is essentially the same thing, but with a different player. It's essentially flipped. Groudon was instrumental, beating Kyogre and Necrozma early on by getting up the Swords Dance and the Precipice Blades and the Stone Edge.
I don't think it needed a Swords Dance to kill the
Necrozma?
To kill the Necrozma, no. They did that up at the time.
I don't think it would. I don't think it mattered either. Xerneas OHKOing Zygarde, and then Door Money forfeited. You know, we expected Sice to win Ubers, so it was as expected. OU was next.
Yeah, Door Money didn't have this tier down well in comparison to Sice, clearly. Sice just played better for the most part.
OU was next, and I really thought Door Money really could have played this one better. Unfortunately, I guess the matchup didn't work out, and the way the game played out, it wasn't exactly to his strengths. First off, the risk play of Heatran doing the Magma Storm on the Melmetal, but Melmetal doesn't Melmetal always carry Earthquake, so I don't think it's the wisest choice to be Heatran against the Melmetal, especially with AV Melmetal running around and having Earthquake.
Yeah, that wasn't the smartest thing. A lot of Melmetal do run Earthquake, but it sort of depends on the set.
Assault Vest.
A more stally Mikoi, it wasn't Assault Vest.
Oh yeah, it was leftovers. Size in particular, and it was boosted special defense wise because it lived until yellow.
Yeah, it took 75 from Magma Storm.
Right.
So yeah, it definitely had investment.
Right, but yeah, the bulk and then the earthquake is soon after. Like that was an early sack. Didn't quite enjoy that. Urshifu doing enough damage to kill the Clefable despite taking Rocky Helmet damage was a bold, but in the end, a very necessary play to take out a dangerous Mon Clefable. However, we still maintain the fact that Urshifu should not have been sacked. Like, I think, like, towards the end, you had Zapdos, you had Urshifu, and you had something else. You had Zapdos, Urshifu, and Clefable left against a Melmetal, a Weavile, and a Toxapex. Now, naturally, I would have had the Urshifu go on last along with Zapdos to take out Toxapex, but instead, he let the Urshifu sack, which wasn't the wisest choice personally. I think if you had Clefable out against Melmetal, and then you had Urshifu, if you had sacked Zapdos, then Urshifu could come in and sweep the Melmetal, and then possibly the Toxapex, if you're feeling ballsy. And then the Clefable can go kill the Weavile. That would be it. But I guess that sack really didn't help. At least I don't think. Also, Zapdos was in good health as well, so why not just switch into it and then have Urshifu be in a good position to kill Melmetal towards the end. Right? Does that make sense?
Maybe.
But yeah, that's just my general takes towards the end of that game. I think Dormani could have played this up much better. It was a harder. Dormani had to play around in a much more difficult position than he did that he would have won.
So was that Melee Specs?
I don't know. Maybe it was.
I'm gonna say I think it was.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was, because that thing was doing damage. Anyway, next up, doubles. Doubles was a very...
yeah, that's the one I remember most.
Yeah, doubles was a very surprising game with a very surprising ending. Actually, a well-played ending, and we'll elaborate on that. But to kick-start off this doubles game, Tyranitar having Ice Punch to Oko Lando in turn 2. Not many Tyranitar nowadays run Ice Punch, do they?
Well, I'm not really a Gen 8 doubles expert, but I personally ran Ice Punch T-Tar in Gen 7.
Yes, and, that was better there than it was suited here, but, with Lando running around...
What do you mean? Landos and Zygardes are everywhere. What do you mean it's not... What do you mean it's better?
I mean, would you have Ice Punch Tyranitar against a Zygarde, or would you want an Ice Beam something?
Either one. Tyranitar can live a hit from either Zygarde or Lando. Just one, though. He can live a hit from just one and revenge kill. That's why people run it.
Just one. Well, despite even Lando with Intimidate? Well, this particular Lando was special. It was the incarnate version.
Mikoi, all Lando eyes are special.
Yeah.
Except for the ones that run rock slide, those are mixed.
Mixed or physical. I've seen Earthquake, Lando incarnates.
No, they don't. They don't really run physical, Mikoi.
I've seen some, but they were niche teams.
Mikoi.
It was niche. It was more niche. It's not the common one. It's just niche.
Dare I say, it's the bad one, the rare one.
The bad one. Oof. Oof. Anyway.
Why would you not take advantage of this thing's monstrous special attack and sheer force and life orb?
I know. It's just that I've seen also sheer force, life orb, earthquake variants. It's not common. It's not the common one.
It doesn't even work. Earthquake isn't even affected by sheer force.
I don't know. The other move. There is a thing called force move slots. Anyway, Tapu Fini was the MVP of this game after, having Dormani such a not a very good matchup, but Tapu Fini was there to kind of take hits well, dish out set up with Calm Mind and dish out pretty much good amount of damage. There was the scare at the end with Trick Room and DNC having weakness policy, but Dormani played around very effectively, just stalling it out.
Yeah, you see, I was pretty worried for Dormani going through this game, because, as soon as his Genesect went down, that's when I thought he might be over for him, because, he didn't have his Genesect, he lost his Rillaboom, he was running out of ways to deal with the Diancie in the back.
And it was weakness policy Diancie as well, so extra doubly damage.
Yeah, so I was really worried he wouldn't be able to deal with it until I saw, especially because, his last method of dealing with it was Fini, and Sai still had his Rillaboom alive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, thanks for the compliments, T. Nunez. It's amazing though how much people like our videos. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Please like this video, leave a comment, subscribe, keep that notification on so you won't miss a video once we come out. See you next week or next video when we'll tackle the end of TLT as we know it. And we feel fine.
It's the end of the tour as we know it.
And we'll feel fine. Thank you all for watching.
We'll feel fine.
This has been McCoy, signing out.
Goodbye.